Please be seated. On behalf of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to this naturalization ceremony. My name is John Carrington, and I am the Chief of Staff for the New York District Office. It is my honor to serve as your Master of Ceremonies today. We have some very special guests joining us today. I would like to recognize the members of the dais. First, Phyllis Coven, Acting New York District Director. And the Honorable Michael Bloomberg, Mayor of the City of New York. All naturalization ceremonies are special for the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, but today's ceremony is a very special event. Today is Mayor Bloomberg's final naturalization ceremony before leaving the mayor's office at the end of this year. We are honored to have him as our guest and keynote speaker today. Mayor Bloomberg, we thank you for your service to this great city of New York. We are here today to celebrate citizenship. 100 candidates have come here to pledge allegiance to the United States of America. Included among them are two individuals who are making significant contributions to the safety and well-being of this country. As active and former members of the armed forces, these individuals have endured sacrifices to serve and defend the great nation as their own, even before their full rights of citizenship. I will now introduce and ask them to stand to be recognized. First, Philip Isenyi, U.S. Navy Hospital Corpsman. And Tawhid Masood, U.S. Navy Seaman. Please join me in showing appreciation for the loyalty and dedication that these remarkable individuals have already given to their new country. Now, for the reason that we are here today. Candidates, in a few moments, you will recite the oath of allegiance, which marks your final step in your journey. For more than 220 years, taking this oath has led to American citizenship. Some of the language that you will recite dates back to 1790 when the first naturalization laws were passed. Every year, over 1 million immigrants come to this country from around the world. You have many things in common, including your commitment to becoming United States citizens. By the same token, you are a very diverse group. You have come from 45 different countries from around the globe. In a few moments, you will stand as one and become citizens of the United States of America. Candidates, I will now call the names of your country of origin. I ask that you stand and please remain standing until all countries have been called, and it is okay to acknowledge the countries by a round of applause. First, Antigua Barbuda, Austria, Bangladesh, Belarus, Burkina Faso, Canada, People's Republic of China, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, France, Ghana, Greece, Guinea, Guyana, India, Iran, Israel, Jamaica, Jordan, Kosovo, Lebanon, Liberia, Mauritania, Mexico, Montenegro, Nigeria, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Romania, Russia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Singapore, South Korea, Sri Lanka, St. Kitts Nevis, St. Lucia, the Gambia, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkey, Ukraine, and the United Kingdom. At this point, all candidates for citizenship should be standing. At this time, I would like to invite Acting Director Phyllis Colvin to join me for the presentation of the candidates. Director Colvin, each of the 100 candidates have been personally examined under oath by a designated officer. Each has demonstrated an understanding of the English language, unless exempt, and knowledge and understanding of the fundamentals in history and principles and forms of the government of the United States. Each has been found to be a person of good moral character, attached to the principles of the Constitution of the United States, and well disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States. The investigations of the government have been completed in all of their cases, and each has been found to meet all the requirements of the laws to be naturalized. Acting Director Colvin, the candidates are now ready to take the oath of allegiance.
Thank you. Okay, if you please raise your right hand and recite after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen. That I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law. That I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law. That I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law. And that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. On behalf of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, I congratulate you all on becoming citizens of the United States of America. We, the men and women of the Department of Homeland Security, have the honor of being part of your journey to U.S. citizenship from the day you first arrived in this country to this very moment when you took the oath of allegiance. We very much share in your sense of pride and personal triumph. Hurrah! Over the past 100 years, over 18 million individuals have immigrated to the United States to become U.S. citizens. Upon taking the oath of allegiance today, you have joined a diverse and very esteemed group of naturalized citizens, a group that includes outstanding contributors to our society, such as Madeleine Albright, our first female Secretary of State, and Albert Einstein, the Nobel Prize-winning scientist. These individuals and countless others remind us about the endless opportunities that are available to those who choose to become a citizen of this great nation, and to embrace all of the opportunities that the United States has to offer. As new citizens who have made New York their home, you are part of a particularly rich legacy, from the immigrants of the early 1900s who helped build this great city, to the over 110,000 people who naturalized as new citizens in New York just this last year. I believe you can be seated. Thank you. There are so many reasons why New York City is a wonderful city for immigrants. Economic opportunities, tireless advocates, a history of diversity, and a spirit of welcome that characterize this city. It is truly an honor, however, today to introduce you to someone who has fought hard these past 12 years to keep it that way. Mayor Michael Bloomberg became the mayor of the city of New York in 2002. He has taken many measures to improve the lives of immigrants, including passing executive orders which ensure city services for all immigrants and mandating that city agencies provide language access for all New Yorkers, and also establishing an annual Immigrant Heritage Week each April to celebrate the historical and present-day contributions of immigrant New Yorkers. Under Mayor Bloomberg's leadership, the city has also passed a local law to protect immigrants against immigration scams, and he has also worked tirelessly to ensure quality legal services for immigrants. With his support and that of Commissioner Sharma, the city has launched initiatives to raise awareness of the importance of citizenship, as well as the citizenship process in our schools, among city employees, as well as the general public. Not only that, Mayor Bloomberg has personally welcomed hundreds of new citizens like you, New Yorkers, at ceremonies such as this one, all over the city. He certainly needs no introduction, but he certainly does deserve our recognition and gratitude for the work Mayor Bloomberg has done on behalf of immigrant New Yorkers. I really have the honor of introducing Mayor Michael Bloomberg.
Thank you, Phyllis. Good afternoon, or as we say, buenos dias, ni hao. I could actually do this in 200 different languages. I think I've used all of them during my 12 years in office. I'd go through the entire list now, but I wouldn't want to seem like I was showing off. Actually, I went to school and I tried to learn to speak French, and I was terrible at it. I went to college and I started to learn to speak German, and I was terrible at that. And I've been working at learning to speak Spanish for the last 7 or 8 years, and most people think I'm terrible at that. But this one I'm going to get done. Anyways, congratulations to almost 100 people, new citizens and families. You've come to the United States from near and from far, and today, as part of your continuing journey, you've gained the tremendous rights and responsibilities of American citizenship. This country is not perfect. No place is. But as I keep pointing out, when people vote with their feet, they come to America. So we must be doing an awful lot of things right. Welcome, and I just want to know I'm proud to be a fellow citizen of yours, as are my kids. As mayor, and sometimes as someone who's actually my grandparents on one side and great grandparents on the other, came from, we think, Belarus and Lithuania more than a century ago, but we're not really sure. A lot of that's lost in history. I can only imagine what they went through when they had a ceremony similar to what you've just experienced. This ceremony is yet another reminder that here in New York, where the Statue of Liberty stands in our harbor and where for centuries people have come in search of the opportunity to build a better life, the American dream really is alive and well. I think more than any other American city, New York is where we see the power of immigration every single day. Immigrants help drive our economy. They enhance our vibrant cultural life. They increase participation in a great democracy, and with their families, immigrants put down roots and revive neighborhoods. For leaders in our local government, it's important that we understand exactly how immigrants are reshaping New York, and that way we can do two things. First, to make sure that our policies and programs are responsive to the needs of immigrants, and second, share the details of our success with other cities across America so that they too can provide immigrants with the same opportunities that are available here in New York. And in these efforts, we are guided by a fascinating report from our Department of City Planning. It's called The Newest New Yorkers, and the 2013 edition is now available to the public free of charge at nyc.gov. Well, let me just tell you what the report says. It confirms what all of you know from personal experience, that immigrants enrich our city in many ways. And there's a few other facts that I thought you'd find interesting. Over the past 40 years, New York's foreign-born population has more than doubled. Today, more than 3 million New Yorkers, that's 37% of our entire city, were born in foreign lands. And together, these New Yorkers represent 47% of people employed in major industries, from construction and manufacturing to education, healthcare, leisure, and hospitality. And both our population and the number of private sector jobs here are at an all-time high. And we can expect those numbers to climb as immigrants continue to move to New York, go to work here, and enjoy successful careers. New York is a global immigration capital. And because of that, our city will stay strong, because our different communities and cultures all mix together. In the mayor's office, we have a team dedicated to ensuring that when they move to New York, our newest residents can integrate and also overcome any barriers that might keep them from reaching their potential. This outreach is led by our outstanding Immigrant Affairs Commissioner, Fatima Sharma. Wave again, stand up. Fatima is one of the people that has dedicated her life to making this city better, this country better, and her work with different communities that come through America really have long-lasting impact. I think we all know that it's very tough to pick up roots, to leave the comforts of how you grew up, in many cases leave all of your friends and a lot of your possessions, and to go to a new land, a land that is scary, a land that is far away, a land that's competitive, where the best and the brightest are. And yet you've all taken that step. And that's the reason why immigrants are the ones that really drive our economy here. That's the reason a very big percentage of new businesses started in New York are started by immigrants. Right here in Lower Manhattan, our population has increased by 77% since 2000, and a 108% increase in the number of foreign-born residents is one of the major reasons why. That growth occurred even after the terrible attacks of 9/11, when people predicted that families and businesses would never return to Lower Manhattan. East and Central Harlem have also seen an influx of immigrants. In all of our communities, Washington Heights has the largest immigrant population of any of them. Neighborhoods across Manhattan have grown during our administration. The borough's quality of life makes it a desirable place to live, which explains why its population has increased by more than 56,000 people since 2001. And to help meet the borough's increasing demand for affordable housing, we've created or preserved more than 58,000 units right here in Manhattan. And to accommodate the demand for schools in Manhattan, we've added more than 20,000 classroom seats and created 129 new schools. Citywide, you should know our schools have improved dramatically. And here in Manhattan, 2/3 of our high school students graduate within 4 years, an increase from back in 2005 of roughly 13%. From 2002 to 2012, private sector jobs grew here. This borough's arts and cultural organizations attract visitors from around the world, and they'll continue to do that, thanks in great part to the 390 cultural capital projects that we've completed in Manhattan since '01. You should know that this year we're going to have over 54 million tourists come to New York City, and a good quarter of them coming from outside the United States. Foundations of all this progress is the fact that the people in Manhattan are safer than ever. You should know that when you go out on the streets, since '01, crime in Manhattan is down more than 36%. Traffic fatalities are down something like 14% to an all-time low. I would still recommend you look both ways before you cross the street. When it comes to life expectancy, more good news. On average, Manhattan women are living more than 3 years longer than they did back in 2001, and Manhattan men are living 4 years longer. Since I'm a man, I particularly like that statistic. I say it all the time. If you want your friends and families to live longer, you tell them to come move to New York City. Manhattan certainly has it all, including 75 new parks since 2002, and air that's cleaner than it's ever been, certainly in decades, and thanks to more than 1,500 buildings that have taken part in our Clean Heat initiative. That's the story of Manhattan, and you can say the same thing about the 4 other boroughs. In fact, you can say the same thing about lots of parts of this country. Over the past 12 years, our city has made it clear that everyone is welcome here, and we'd love it if our leaders in Washington saw things the way we do in New York City. For the first time in a long time, though, we think we're close to the passage of a real immigration reform bill in Congress, and we certainly need that. An organization of mayors and CEOs that I co-founded, the Partnership for a New American Economy, has helped build support for the bill that the Senate passed this summer, and we're going to keep immigration at the top of federal lawmakers' agenda when they get back next month. And it's encouraging that a healthy majority of the American public agrees with us. In a recent poll, more than 70% of people expressed their support for comprehensive reform. And that's why in the coming months, we're redoubling our efforts. We're going to make sure that immigration reform passes. And in the meantime, the people in this room and all immigrants to New York will continue to make our city stronger. So everyone who becomes a citizen, no matter what language they speak or where they come from, they all have something in common. It is a part of tradition of immigration that defines our nation's past and shapes our lives today. People from everywhere, of all backgrounds and outlooks, have built the United States and made it what it is, an economic powerhouse that is a global symbol of freedom and opportunity. That is our history, and together we'll make sure that it remains our future. So congratulations. My hat's off to you. I really envy you. You've taken a step. I was lucky enough to be born here. I didn't have to make a decision. You, however, had the opportunity to take your lives in your own hands and have made the right decision. Best wishes to all of you. Have a happy and healthy 2014, and may God bless America.
Thank you, Mayor Bloomberg. Now, please direct your attention to the screens for a congratulatory message from President Barack Obama, followed by an inspirational video presentation of God Bless the USA, sung by Lee Greenwood.
It's an honor and a privilege to call you a fellow citizen of the United States of America. This is now officially your country, your home to protect, to defend, and to serve through active and engaged citizenship. Together, we are a nation united not by any one culture or ethnicity or ideology, but by the principles of opportunity, equality, and liberty that are enshrined in our founding documents. Today marks a very special day in your life. You've traveled a long path to get here. You've sworn a solemn oath to this country and now have all the rights of citizenship. With the privilege of citizenship, though, come great responsibilities. And so I ask that you use your freedoms and your talents to contribute to the good of our nation and the world. Always remember that in America, no dream is impossible. Like the millions of immigrants who have come before you, you have the opportunity to enrich this country through your contributions to civic society, business, culture, and your community. You can help write the next great chapter in our American story. And together, we can keep the beacon that is America burning bright for all the world to see. I am proud to welcome you as a new citizen of this country. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Would all members of the audience please stand? At this time, I would like to invite one of our new citizens, Mr. Ibrahim Borough, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Borough has served under Mayor Bloomberg as an employee with the New York Police Department and is currently with the New York City Department of Human Resources as a job opportunity specialist.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I would now like to invite the members of the dais for the presentation of the naturalization certificate.
When I call your name, please step forward to receive your certificate. Ibrahim Barabuya. Tawheed Mashoud. Philip Essieni. Andrea Castilla de Garcia. Haralambi Babu. Pedro Martinez. Carmen Garcia Hernandez. Antonia Toribio. Juan Liriano. Glenroy Rollins. Jose Cerezo. Sioklan Proto. Manuel Avila Bravo. Mame Diop. Yan Lin. Murat Tatar. Francis Duckhares. Hilda Apia. BB Singh. Bode Diakate. Lesroy Phillip. Andrews Amagishi. Manuel Antonio Salce. Miriam Jones. Babacar Diop. Giomara Vasquez Garcia. Amin Abel Burgos. Rolando Jimenez Guzman. Maluska Leon. Jin Lee. Luis Francisco Reyes. Xianhua Li. Leonora Gashi. Yoon Suk Kang. Jose Ortiz Ramirez. Isaro Hernandez. Tong Zhang. Mirtha Rodriguez de Martinez. Priska Neolitskin. Noberta Abina Akka. Radhika Kiana. Eliza Hulaj, Everett Donaldson, Ali Elka Ali, Jose Paulino, Liberato Saravino, Jose Rosario, Catalina Santos, thank you. Amara Conte, Rosemary Williams, Chinor Bari, Gunsum Mak, Cranlin Reynoso, Ali Abdallah Ajaj, Gubeli Lopez, Elizabeth Victoria de Gomez, Ambrosia Peralta de Fernandez, Alu So, Banafshe Sanjari, and Irina Miguel Santos, Mehmet Oran, Maria Heiserman, Clemens Steinbach, Rena Kreitman, Jose Lajara, Christiomos Theodoropoulos, Yvette Rosa Ovales, Junior Sanchez Perez, Daniela Salas Latorre, Jorge Luis Vasquez, Wei Shin Zhu, Daniel Gregory Soja, Parisa Harati, Lazar Nikolic, Luis Garcia, Mamadou Sama, Camille Burke, Ritha Narulu, Most Siddiqa, Dennis Popov, Araceli Garcia, Isaac Jermosin, Narda Savitri Lal, Christine Fade, Mohammed Galoko, Evgenia Sarija, Sambo Uodrago, Adis Barikovic, Kaizad Darbani, Olga Basco, Pedro Ramirez, Gregory Carroll, Liberato Saravino. There we go. Congratulations, everyone.
I would now like to thank all of the family members and friends who supported you and attended this ceremony today also. This concludes our ceremony. Congratulations once again.